We're looking here at our custom pages. So as you'll already have seen, we have these pre-created templates for what we consider to be the most statistically significant elements of Gaelic football and hurling. If, however, there are some elements which you would like to analyse, which we haven't made a template for, you can quite simply customise your own template. So here we'll have a look at custom 1. The first thing to point out is that we can rename the page. So let's say, for the sake of argument, we were going to analyse hand pass and kick pass count. We simply type it in here, we press OK, and you'll see now it's gone in as one of our totals up here. Now, there are two ways you can work this. You can go with all players, in which case all of the players who you've entered from the beginning, as would be in your possession analysis, will be here straight away. Or you could decide to click players as the need arises, as we did with things like dead ball, break analysis, long kick out analysis. Hand pass and kick, you can assume that every player will be involved, so we'll go with all players. So we're going to start from this piece of analysis. We'll work on the basis that this was the first part of the game, for the simple reason that it's quite a good piece of analysis to, or quite a good piece of video to show this analysis. So we'll see here, Darren McCauley is about to get on the ball. We'll just turn that volume down a little bit. So we're looking at hand passes and kick passes. So that's a hand pass. So let's assume that had been our first hand pass of the game. And we click our button here with 3 dots and we type in hand pass. We press OK, simple as that. So that has now done two things. It has recorded that this was a hand pass. In this case, obviously, it is actually the 13th minute. As you'll see, 12 up here, the 13th minute, it's a hand pass. And more importantly, it logs now. We have the H button for any player to use in future. So the next play now, James McCarthy, hand pass, and we simply click H. The next piece of play is Dermot Connolly, and this is going to be a kick pass, as you'll see. So that's going to be our second recordable element. So again, we go to Dermot Connolly. We obviously don't press H. We press the same button again, and we create kick pass, and we press OK. The same again, that is now recorded that it was a kick pass, and we now have our template set up for the game with H for hand pass and K for kick pass. Assuming that they were the only two elements you were going to record, you're now set up and you could probably record your information on this in real time. So we'll go ahead, we see Bernard Brogan with a hand pass. Next to James McCarthy, that's a hand pass. We have Brian Fenton, hand pass. Kevin McMenamin with a hand pass. Now, I've chosen this particular piece of video footage because it shows an example. You may decide, if you're doing this, for example, just to keep it at hand passes and kick passes, you may decide that you want to differentiate between a kick pass or a kick at goal or anything else. So in this case, we have Brian Fenton shoots for goal, but he doesn't score. So if you wanted to create that as a new piece of information, the same again, you have your box, your 3 dots, and you simply put in here goal shot. Okay, and you'll see now that we now have an extra piece of information that we can record. You can do that with as many as you like, up to 12. 12 is the maximum of this section, for a simple reason that as this template comes out to the left, as these buttons come out, I should say, to the left, the totals come out here to the right, and after 12 or 13 they will start to overlap. So you'll see over here on the right, we have our total, we have our goal shots, our hand pass and our kick pass. You'll see the team total on goal shots is 1, on hand passes is 6, and on kick passes is 1 at the moment. You'll see this section also works the exact same way as every other video element. In my options section, I have set this to record from 10 seconds before the action is recorded. So as we move the video on, it doesn't matter how far we move on. Let's go back to the first piece we recorded, which was Mick McCauley's hand pass. We click the video and it goes back to here. So if you're working on the game, you can always find your piece of action, or if you're recording your video, it will be from 10 seconds, and then I would have recorded, in this case, 3 seconds after the action. So the video would run to about here for Mick McCauley. One other small element to note with this, obviously you'll see that the initials are the first letter. So if for some reason you had two fields of information that started with the same letter. Ideally, to differentiate, you would make one a capital and one a small, or you might just use a different wording for one of them that the letters wouldn't clash. Moving forward, you have a second option. Let's say if we had custom page 2. In this case, if you were dealing, for example, with something that happens much more rarely, you might decide that you don't want all players. You will click the players as the need arises. So let's say here, we'll say more players. And let's say, for example, Stephen Cluxton, let's say he got a yellow card, and that's something you wanted to record, but not every player is going to get a yellow card. So if you just wanted to keep the list to the players who needed to be in it, you could do the same thing. Yellow card. Click it in, and it's the exact same as before. The only difference is we only have the names as the need arises. Let's say, for the sake of argument, Johnny Cooper got a black card. Same again, black card, and your information is recordable in there. So you're set up that you can basically create whatever page you like with all the players or with players that you choose, and really it is quite user friendly.